Can you do this? As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News for Thursday, May 14. I am Carrie Simpson. A special welcome to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and online at onespotmedia.com. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Kingston Mayor pushes back over road conditions in municipality. The tourism sector could soon undergo one of its biggest legislative overhaul. And later in sports, Portmore United and Cavalier progress to JPL semi-finals after quarter-final wins on Wednesday.
Thank you for joining us. Now the details. Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swaby says the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, remains under-resourced as complaints over mounting deteriorating parochial roads. Speaking at Tuesday's monthly council meeting, Mayor Swaby pushed back against criticism surrounding road conditions in the municipality. Crumbling roads, limited funding, and staff shortages are continuing to slow road repairs across the corporate area. Mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, Andrew Swaby, says about 70% of roads in Kingston and St. Andrew fall under the responsibility of the KSAMC, while the National Works Agency manages the remaining 30%. He argues that years of inadequate government funding have left municipal corporations struggling to properly maintain road networks. The comments come amid growing complaints from motorists and residents over potholes, deteriorating streets, and delays in road repairs across the corporate area.
Local authorities are simply not funded at the level that allows us to properly maintain roads under our care. Each month, the KSAMC receives on an average of $85 million through the parochial revenue fund for road maintenance. The amount is nowhere near enough when measured against the size of the road network we are responsible for and the growing demand for repairs and rehabilitation.
Mr. Swaby also raised concerns about the government's proposed One Road Authority, questioning whether the new structure would address the chronic shortage of funding faced by local authorities. He warned that without significant investment and greater infrastructural support, road conditions could continue to decline.
What makes the situation even more difficult is that the parochial revenue fund is not used only for road repairs. Councillor, look at that.
You can set up the ladder, the road.
From that same allocation, the KSAMC must also maintain drains, carry out bushing activities, and support seasonal work programs such as the Employment Generation Program during December.
The mayor further disclosed that the KSAMC's Roads and Works Department is operating below its required technical capacity due to a shortage of technical officers. He noted that the municipal corporation does not have full control over expanding its staff complement despite the growing demands for road repairs. Mr. Swaby insists that local authorities cannot be expected to effectively improve road conditions without adequate funding, staffing, and resources.
The reality is that local authorities are being asked to do more with far less. If we want to achieve a higher and more consistent standard of road quality across the country, then local authorities must first be properly funded. This is not an issue we have ignored. Over the years, repeated representation, including what Councillor John Miles just said, have been made for the increased allocation to local authorities.
Residents and business operators in Port Maria are at loggerhead over a garbage skip. The residents are calling for the operators to separate their garbage to prevent what they believe is a health disaster brewing. Anthony Atkinson has the details.
An overflowing skip in the heart of Port Maria has become a major source of frustration for residents who say the garbage buildup is creating an unhealthy and unpleasant environment. They say it is attracting insects and stray animals. One resident pointed to supermarket owners not distributing their garbage properly.
Also a JP in this town. And I'm saying that this skip, it needs to be removed from here because, I mean, when you see the condition of it,
Indeed.
It all kind of flies, goat, dogs. Sometimes we come here in the morning, all we can see is meat all over the place. Cow foot, all kind of meat from the supermarkets. These people need to let the supermarkets and find a place to put their rubbish.
Residents add that it remains difficult to operate comfortably.
Miss Lake Break just cross the road, juice factory, dead right there so. People have other business place around. It is a disgrace. Mr. Wilson need to come move the skip and put it somewhere because people live around here with young baby. And if you not clean by to them, you're going to block the road. I'm sick and tired of this now. Anywhere it not clean by today, I'm going to block the road. I know I'm going to get help to block the road. It is a terrible disgrace. People are empty their rubbish and they can't empty it. Last night in hours, my out here, my scoop a throw dirty meat in there. Tongue ring throw the dirty water and everything in there. Every supermarket carry the nastiness control. We sick and tired of this.
They're calling on their representative and their relevant authorities to intervene quickly and have the skip removed before conditions worsen. Anthony Atkinson, TVJ News.
The tourism sector could soon undergo one of its largest legislative overhaul in decades. The government plans to repeal and replace the Tourism Act as part of its Tourism 3.0 strategy. Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett made the revelation recently.
Tourism stakeholders have been painting a positive outlook for the sector, despite the crippling effects of the geopolitical tensions across the world and Hurricane Melissa in October 2025. The government is looking to strengthen the sector through legislation with the repeal of the Tourism Act.
The first part of reimagining and getting Tourism 3.0 is a repealing of that act, a revision of that act, and the creation of a Tourism Authority Act. So that one you will hear much more about as we work through the legal and technical arrangements around it and the consultations that we will do with you, our partners, to ensure that we have a robust and relevant and appropriate act for the managing of this great industry into the future.
Speaking at the Tourism Enhancement Fund Speed Networking event last week, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett said that Jamaica has failed to adequately build local production capacity alongside the rapid expansion of the tourism sector, resulting in the country importing more than 2/3 of goods and services needed by the industry. A matter he says the new strategy is expected to address.
When I speak in the budget, I will outline further around this. And I'm engaged in discussions with my ministerial colleagues because this Tourism 3.0 is not the product of the mind of a minister or even a ministry. Because tourism embraces all segments of the society. And there is no tourism without everyone. So we need the input.
And while the minister speaks to plans ahead, some small players within the industry have long complained about the need for more support for their business, with some calling for more focus to be placed on locals, according to Minister Bartlett.
And we are going to do it under the rubric of local first. Meaning to say that tourism must be first for the people of Jamaica and then for our guests that we bring internationally to our shores.
It is time for a break, but do stay with us for stories when we return.
as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health. Ensure Max Protein has 30 grams of high-quality protein to feed your muscles up to 7 hours. So take the challenge. Ensure.